I probably should have given you a little more space for this. I'm going to write these steps over here on the upper right corner of the page. In general, when you have these longer problems, the first thing you want to check to do on each side of the equation is distribute. Let me hold that down there. Anytime there are parentheses, you want to distribute and remove those parentheses. The second thing you want to do when you have multi-step equations is combine like terms. You will sometimes hear me talking about cleaning up each side of the equation. That's my casual way of saying combine like terms. Step number 3, if you find there are variables on each side of the equations, I'm going to say get the x's to one side of the equation. And probably get is not the best word or verb to use there, but it kind of gets the point across. Step number 4, you're going to undo any addition or subtraction that you see. And step number 5, we will then multiply or divide on each side of the equation to then solve and get the x by itself. If you go back to the beginning of this video, you might see that the first things I taught you to do were just steps 4 and 5. And then a little bit later I threw the step 3 in. Then over here at the left at problem number 5 I threw in the combining of like terms. And then finally just here on problem 10 we introduced the distribution. So these are generally the 5 steps you're going to go through on any of these multi-step equations. So let's take a look at a messier problem. Notice how there's no way you can just guess the answer to this one instantly. You need these procedures to help you solve them. We see parentheses, so step number 1 is going to be distribution. We're going to take this 14, multiply it by 3x to get, or 3c to get 42c. Then we're going to go 14 times 6 to get plus 84. Plus, now we're going to distribute the 4. 4 times 2c is 8c. 4 times 7 is 28 equals 14. Okay, now we want to combine like terms. On the left we have 2 terms containing c, and we have 2 constants that can be combined together. 42 plus 8 makes 50c. 84 and 28 add together to give us 112 equals the 14 that's on the right hand side. Now we don't have to worry about step 3 getting the x's to one side of the equation, or the c's in this case. So we move on to the addition or subtraction. We're going to subtract 112 off of each side of the equation, leaving us with just the 50c on the left, and on the right negative 98. Finally, to isolate the c by itself, we're going to divide off the 50 on each side. C will then equal negative, and then I notice both of these are even, so I'm going to reduce the fraction by dividing by 2 over 2, and we're going to have 49 over 25, which is the correct solution, and due to time constraints I'll have you check it on your own if you wish. Okay, let's do another one of these messy problems here. We're going to begin by doing distribution. This time we see there's distribution on each side of the equation. So leave the negative 5y on the left and begin multiplying. Plus 4y plus 2 equals, distribute again, 10y minus 2 minus 7. Then we're going to combine like terms. On the left we have a couple terms with variables, and on the right a couple of constants that can be combined together. On the left we have negative y when we add the negative 5y and the 4y together, plus the 2 which we bring down, equals 10y minus 9. I now need to get all my variables to one side. I see there's more on the right. I'm going to add y to each side of the equation right now. That will leave 2 equals 11y minus 9. I just wanted a positive 11. That's why I chose to subtract the y on each side. Now I'm going to add 9 to both sides, and you can kind of see this problem is coming through cleanly. 11 equals 11y, and dividing off 11 on each side will give us the nice clean solution of y equals 1. And since this is a nice clean answer, maybe you'll be a little bit more interested in checking your solution. Maybe you'll be a little more comfortable with that nice clean solution and not bother checking your work. Kind of your decision there.